project, EpiCenter, epidemiology with an open source platform. My name is Mikhail Shmurigin, I'm from KZT University. This is my teammate Yurkazhan. We also have two other teammates, but we are sorry they're now in Czech Republic, working on our project and a different one. So first, I want to ask you a question. Have you heard of smallpox?
Which category you have?
World citizenship. And again.
Smallpox.
Yeah, smallpox. Another question. Have you heard of MERS or Ebola? So, these are very dangerous diseases. Millions of people died of these diseases. Millions, so it's very dangerous. On this slide, you can see the diagram that shows us how different diseases were changing through the time from 1888 to 2010. So these red lines show us how many people died from these different dangerous diseases. Here you can see the change because of the vaccination progress. But again, nowadays we have more than 320,000 different dangerous diseases. We don't know nothing about these diseases, and they have mortality rates between 50 to 100%. Here you can see how different dangerous diseases spread around the world. We can see the yellow one is malaria, and other different like smallpox, the blue one. This slide shows how different diseases spread around the world from Asia and Africa. It spreads very fast and very dangerous. On this slide, you can see how MERS disease what we're changing through the time in Saudi Arabia. We took Saudi Arabia just to make an example, and you can see how this graph growing in the 2013. It's MERS disease spreading in Saudi Arabia. Why Saudi Arabia? Because millions of people go there to Hajj every year, and the different disease can spread around the world very fast. So, on this slide, you can see how different disease can spread in different European countries, like France or UK. So, we want to show you that this is not a local problem. This is a global, whole-world problem. Also, another problem, when the disease already spread, we have another problem, that we don't know what the source of the disease. It can be camels, cats, baboons. When the disease already spread, we just don't know. And it is a really huge problem. That's why we created our project, EpiCenter Platform for Epidemiology. So what is it? It's an application for predictive analysis on possible environment, human, and in our case, disease relationships. Our main target group is medical staff, local or global, sanitary organizations. It's a set of tools to provide complementary information about reporting of different diseases, how different diseases spread around the world. Also, I want to talk more about our target groups. As you can see, there are many of them. It's the countries, the public health ministries, different providers like health organizations, hospitals and others, consumers, organizations, very huge organizations. So, many examples. And now I'm going to talk how these systems work. The process can be divided in three main stages. The first one is observe, the second one decide, and the last one act. Just for example, we have information about different diseases in different parts of the world. Then we analyze, we collect this data, analyze it, and then we make some decisions about vaccination, about quarantine and other. So how our system works? Our main part is the server one. So on this server we realized the analyzation about, we realized the mathematical modelation. Also we have two different Windows applications for users and for hospitals. It contains more detailed and more descriptive information. Also we have a mobile application for users, and we have a map which we call geolog model. This map visualizes data on the map. And now I'm going to speak more detail about the parts of our system. So the geolocation. Our model gets the data from users. It contains location information, personal identification number, and the collection of the symptoms. All data is anonymized, so we don't know actually what person has some disease. We just know this information. Then this information goes to this model, and on the output we have this map with visualized data. As you can see, this is a heat map. It shows how different diseases spread around the world. So, how we can use this data? We can use this data to build this. This is called the phylogenetic tree. This is exactly what these huge organizations, health organizations, need. It shows us how different diseases changing when they go from one location to another because of the mutation of the genetic changes. Yeah. Here you can see the screenshots of our mobile application. It's very useful. Our goal is to get the symptoms from the user. For example, you choosing your symptoms, it automatically sends to our server, and an output you get the probability of some disease and description. We used an open information from CTC database about different diseases, about different symptoms. And also you can see here the history of your symptoms, what you sent. Also you can look on the map in our application using our geolog model, so you can see in real time how different diseases spread around the world. And here you can see the contact information about health. It's just a prototype. Also I want to talk a little bit about mathematical models, because we use two ones. So the first one, the SIR model for pre-analysis stage, because we get data very randomly in chaos, so we have to make it more clear. We use this mathematical theory, and we use the Dempster-Shafer theory to match the symptoms to disease. So this theory made for future predictive analysis for modulation. We have a huge scientific research work in our university with Professor Hassan, who helped us with this project. Also, I want to talk about the implementation details. So our server is realized now with PHP and MySQL. So now we're working on transportation of our software to Windows Azure and IIS. Our mobile application is made with C# and XAML. And for creating a geolog model, we use OpenLayers and OpenStreetMap technology. It works very fast. And the project outcomes. So our project can be used by local and global sanitary services. It's a new tool for disease surveillance. Our platform can be used for different other research projects. And our geolog model, it's an operational tool, and you can use it not only for visualizing information about different disease. It also can be used for visualizing data about every data that you have in text, for example, text addresses and other. I also want to point that we have a meeting tomorrow with NIHA representative. It's a really huge American health organizations. We are trying to work closely in cooperation with huge health organization because they have a lot of money. They are interested in these projects. They want to invest them. This is exactly what they need. And I also know that the Mr. Gates Foundation really interested in different health problems around the world. So our project is really interesting and really fascinating, I think. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, we will try to answer.